All right, hello. Today we're talking about Viking invasion. And the key thing you need to know about Viking invasion is after you know the last lesson we talked about Romans is that the Romans were, when they left Britain, the Anglo-Saxons took over. This is a group of people that kind of spawned from areas near Germany and Denmark, and it's not exactly a specific place, but they basically moved over for better farmland and better places to live, essentially. And they managed to take over most of Britain. They didn't take over Wales or Scotland or Cornwall, surprisingly, but they managed to take over most of Britain. These Anglo-Saxons were Christian, and they managed to organise Britain some sort of like chief, and basically certain leaders controlled certain areas of England at this time. Now, the thing is, Britain was quite a good country to move to. There's a load of different reasons why Britain has actually got quite a good climate compared to a lot of other countries. The land is flat. The land is covered in not very many mountains. It's mainly hills, lots of different areas of wildlife, different levels of, should we say, temperature depending on where you are in the country. In the south it's warmer, in the north it's colder, but generally it's quite a calm, should we say, flat area of land. And that means it's almost perfect for farming, which means, as you probably have seen if you've ever left Manchester, there's fields for miles and miles and miles outside of cities in the UK. And it's because Britain's just made for that. Britain's just such a good land for growing stuff. The thing is, there's a group of people that did not have the same kind of land. As you can tell from the picture next to me, the Vikings did not have the same kind of land. If you don't know what Norway and Sweden and Finland look like, Scandinavia, it is rocky, mountainous land, really hard to grow stuff, really hard to climb and clamber over. It's just an awful place to grow anything. So the people there were not really having the greatest of times in terms of how much they ate, and also they weren't having a great time in terms of how much they could, where they could live. They were becoming overcrowded. So the Vikings knew, through trade and a variety of other means, that Britain was wealthy. They had stuff to trade, and they had, food. Why don't we go over there? Now, some of them went over there just to live, and they were still Vikings, but a lot of them came over to steal. Famously, Lindisfarne is the first Viking stop, where they essentially, in 793, stole a load of gold and killed and raided this town of Lindisfarne, which is on the east coast of the UK near Northumbria. Now, this happened constantly in these raids and this movement, and it caused, should we say, migration. These Vikings were moving to Britain, and they were moving here not just to steal, but to live. Britain was a better place to live than where they were from, and they were, should we say, pulled towards Britain by these factors. They were pushed away from Scandinavia with its harsh landscape and overpopulation, should we say, lack of monetary. There's a should we say, a law in Scandinavia that the eldest son inherits everything from their parents. If you're a second child or a third child, you're going to earn nothing staying in Scandinavia. So a lot of them felt like they should just move on, they should just leave. And they did, either raid in or move in. Britain was starting to get filled up with Vikings. What this did is it caused a number of wars, a lot of conflict with those chiefs as Anglo-Saxons, and there was battle in between these two groups of people. And that's all you need to know for this point. See, here's the questions that you need to be able to answer to know what you're talking about for this lesson. One is, who are the Anglo-Saxons? Who were they? Where did they come from? Two, what was the geographic conditions of Scandinavia and Britain like? Why are they different, or how are they similar? Three, why was Britain better than Scandinavia to live? And four, what other reasons did the Vikings have to attack Britain other than the fact that land was good? I've told you a lot here, but there's a lot more information in the textbook, and I really urge you to go and look there to answer those questions. All right, thank you.